Welcome to the balcony garden. It's been a while since I made one of these videos, and it's September 2024 in London, UK, and this is how the balcony garden is looking. Mostly I haven't had much time over the summer, so it's been a bit neglected, but the plan today is to just do some work to cut back on a few things, water things, although we've had lots of rain over the summer, so watering hasn't been an issue, but it does need some tidying up. For example, my kale is under attack by some kind of, I don't know if they're aphids, they're small black things. And you can see the leaf damage. This is the first year where I'm seeing this, and I've had this kale since 2022, so but we'll cut it back and hopefully it will be fine. These are rockets and beetroot I've been growing from seed, and the rocket is actually flowering. You can see the flower. Rocket flowering, beetroot also flowering, and the lavender as well, which I've had since 2020 actually, so this is 4 years old, and I'm going to harvest. I've just been letting the flowers dry on here, and then I will harvest, and I'll use mostly in my baking. Basil is done. Lemon balm doing well, and it tends to do really well in autumn, so it's had some fungal issues but always recovers. This is a sweet box, nasturtiums, calendula, grown from seeds, so everything in this planter is from seed. Sage, and this is nettle, aloe vera, which my colleague gave me, and it wasn't doing well inside, so I brought it outside to get more light. More sweet box, long leaf plantain, which needs some watering, coriander or cilantro. And I've been harvesting from this many times. I think I've harvested about 5 times, and it's growing back. So, ooh, what is this? I have no idea what that is. Never seen it before, but I'm just going to leave it. I'm sure it has some kind of important job. Very interesting. And I lost my train of thought because of that. Let me just look again. Seems to be going under the mulch. Maybe it's looking for something, I don't know. But I have a few bugs and insects here, which I leave them alone. Things just look after themselves here. I'm a minimalist gardener, do as little as possible, and the plants mostly take care of themselves. And this is mint, which has had fungal issues. I've cut it back many times. Never seems to, always comes back, but the fungal issue never is resolved. My rosemary has died, so I'll reuse the soil, but I'm just leaving it for now. So this is how the balcony garden is looking in autumn 2024, and yeah, even when I went on holiday it was fine. It's just a very self-sufficient garden in most of the time. things just survive here. I just water them when I can, usually about once every 2 weeks. And I think it's because they are the right, most of them, well, all of them are the right kind of plants for this environment, for this microclimate that I'm in, which is on a balcony, southwest facing, but surrounded by tall buildings, so I don't get much direct sunlight. And these are mostly plants that can survive in shadier conditions without much direct sunlight, and I think that's why I don't have to do much and they survive. So I'll do some cleanup and then show what it looks like afterwards. Actually today I was really inspired by watching some footage and video from people who garden in places like Alaska, and how they grow things even in the short growing seasons that they have. It's amazing. There's some people out there who grow a lot of food in very harsh climates, so it's really inspiring to see that, and how they manage, how they preserve and conserve their food as well throughout the winters. And it's just very inspiring for me to see that, because I don't really do much in this balcony, and I often wish I had more sunlight, and I use that as an excuse sometimes not to do what I need to do. But anyway, today I have been very much inspired by the gardeners and the farmers and the homesteaders in Alaska, so I just came out here to do what I need to do, and so I thought I'd mention that. So I'll be back once I've done some work. All done. All that's left is now some watering. This is the harvest, but let me explain what I've done. So I've cut all the lavender flowers, the ones that had dried. Sorry for the noise, I live in a very busy area, so you can hear trains, traffic and all sorts. Okay, so that's the lavender cut off, all the flowers, and it's quite a lot actually harvested, and cut back on the mint that was here. It will grow back. It's lemon balm harvest, and this is the rocket or arugula. The smell is amazing when you harvest arugula or rocket, as we say in the UK. And this is one of the plants, herbs, where I really notice the difference between homegrown and the ones that you get from the store. It's just, there's a really strong flavor that you get from homegrown rockets that I just don't taste when I buy from the store. Very strong, almost, and it has this buttery garlic-like hints in the flavor, and I just love it. So I'll keep growing it from seed. And the rest is just cutting back. I still need to do some watering. I noticed with the sweet box some flower buds. Sweet box flowers, very fragrant, and I love the smell. And it's a dust trap as well, as you'll see from the leaves. It really captures a lot of dust. It's very noisy, so I hope you can hear me. Harvested some lemon balm, and this will grow back as well. Yeah, I noticed the lemon balm looks best in autumn. And I've moved the aloe vera to where the basil was, so because this is the part of the garden that gets the most light or sunlight. I've also cut back the kale and harvested from it. So that's it. And there's a saying, let me just let all the noise pass. There's a saying that autumn is like a second spring, and I've definitely noticed that since I've started gardening. There's lots of new growth, and sometimes my garden actually often looks best in autumn. So I'm really looking forward to autumn. And as I was saying before, shout out to all the people in places like Alaska, not just Alaska, but all around the world, who garden and farm and grow their own food and homestead in very harsh climates and conditions. I don't know how they do it, but yeah, that was the inspiration for me today. So I hope your gardening efforts are going well, especially if you live in an urban area like I do. And best of luck with autumn and the upcoming growing season before things start slowing down in winter. Autumn feels like probably the shortest season, even shorter than the summer. But there's still a lot of growth, at least here where I am, in that season. And see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.